Hello, I am Dr. Dilip Gude, physician and diabetologist from Birinchi Hospitals. So we'd like to discuss about thyroid problems. As we all know, most of us know, thyroid can be a hypothyroid when it's functioning less, or it can be hyperthyroid, which means it is functioning more. So let's look at hypothyroid, what the causes are, and most of us have an apprehension. If thyroid is working less, they fear. But actually, thyroid working less is not a major disorder to fear about. It's just that the amount of thyroxine, the hormone that the gland releases, is considered to be less. So we have to actually supplement it. It's just like supplementing, say, when someone has low sodium, we tell them to add a little more salt and take it. So it's just a not so dangerous disease basically. We just add thyroxine, we give thyroxine from outside in a tablet form and make sure the thyroid homeostasis is maintained. Now coming to the causes that can cause hypothyroid, there can be various causes, Hashimoto's, and then iodine deficiency and all that. So we need to actually look at what is actually causing this. So we need to look at thyroid stimulating hormone, that is TSH, T3, T4 levels, and we also need to get an ultrasound of the neck, especially if there is an enlargement. We call it goiter. Now the goiter can be nodular, multinodular, or just diffuse swelling of the thyroid gland in the neck. As opposed to hyperthyroidism, where there can be a swelling in the neck, where in hyperthyroidism the thyroid is functioning a little more. So when hypothyroidism, when the thyroid is functioning less, the symptoms that patients can have usually are increased daytime somnolence. They feel sleepy most of the time. They feel cold intolerance, and then they start gaining weight. And then there is some kind of a swelling in the feet, pedal edema and all that, which is not pitting. When you press it, there is no pit that forms. So non-pitting edema and all these are characteristic features of hypothyroidism. Now, whereas hyperthyroidism, on the other hand, people feel if the temperature is a little warm, they feel uncomfortable. That is heat intolerance. They can have sweating, basically, sometimes palpitations. They can't sleep well. There is a little more anxiety. Heart rate may be a little more, resting heart rate may be, say, for example, 90 or more. So these are all symptoms of hyperthyroidism. Now, we need to also work up what is causing hyperthyroidism. One important cause being Graves' hyperthyroidism, in which case, basically there is an antibody that keeps stimulating the thyroid gland to keep producing more and more thyroxine. Now, this results not only in these the symptoms that we just discussed, but there can be other extra symptoms, like there can be swelling, the eyeballs can be protruding, basically exophthalmos, and various other problems. Basically, thyroid gland itself can get enlarged, and it can go retrosternally and cause compressive symptoms and all that. So importantly, one needs to find out the thyroid stimulating hormone levels and make sure this is maintained, either hypo or hyperthyroidism. We want the TSH to be in the range of 0.5 to 5. In other, say, if TSH is less than 0.5, it means that thyroid is functioning more, in which case you have to make sure the thyroid gland functions a little less. So the drugs we have are carbimazole, methimazole, propylthiouracil, Uracil, etc. In the other hand, hypothyroidism, the TSH is usually elevated, increased. So we want the TSH then to come down to less than 5. Usually they may have 10, 50 or even 100 TSH. So we want the range of TSH to be in between 0.5 to 5. In which case we call them euthyroid, or when the thyroid is functioning normally. Thank you.